Now I know you wonder why it says wood on the back.
Pause.
I promise you, there's an explanation for that. Wood stands for I wish a nigga would tell me otherwise, nigga. Kevin Durant's on my fucking team. What are y'all niggas talking about? We're back at it again. The soundboards are back.
Last episode did feel a little empty. It did feel.
Hey man, look, that studio was nice, man, but something about that authenticity, man. It's just something about the sounds that's at our disposal. You know what I mean? I couldn't hit y'all niggas with the.
Do you think it's wise for you to keep talking?
You know what I mean? I couldn't do that in the studio. Damn. But welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keeps podcast, the only podcast where we do something different. Every single day, not an hour, not an episode, not a week. We do this shit daily. This is a podcast for casuals. If you are a casual, this is the place for you. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe. Yada yada yada. Y'all know what to do. And since we're here, let's go ahead and do what we normally do.
Donations.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Come on now. And for the loyals, for the people that really chime in and donate, we appreciate you.
All I hear is that check came in. I love it when you
I know they missed this one last week.
I got to see. I love it when you throw for me. My cat to see.
Nah, niggas be missing that cash machine, bro. Niggas be doing it. We appreciate y'all for being a part of that in studio. That studio was fire.
No, I like it. That was cool. Like the only thing, like we couldn't do the sounds, but other than that, like that would be nice to do again. But
I'm saying that was worth it. That was worth it, and that won't be our last time doing it. But for now, we're back in the trenches. We're back in. Oh man, one of these days I gotta do a blind reaction of top funniest Cam and Mace moments. Because when that nigga do this,
that shit is the fun. Mace is hilarious. Mace is hilarious, bro.
My TikTok is infiltrated with like old Mace videos of him like genuinely being a pastor, and it is some of the most funniest shit I've seen. Oh my god, if I see it again, I'm saving it and I'm sending that shit to you. Cause I'm just like, why is there like 2004 versions of Mace at the pulpit? Really preaching that word of God, bro.
Mace is the most interesting man in the world. Like he's had an insane life.
Oh my god. But since we're already here, let's go ahead and dive into the usuals, man. The shit we do not care. Do not give a fuck about. We do not care. First thing we do not care about. Was it Kobe?
Just all you lame ass niggas talking about Kobe Bryant. All of you need to shut the hell up. That goes for I love T-Mac. That goes for you. Gilbert Arenas, I like him too. That goes for you. Like everybody just chill out. Like I hate when people talk about Kobe and like the fashion that they're sort of. I know they try to say like, oh, we're not trying to diminish his character, but diminish how good he was as a player. But it feels like that's what they're doing, and he's not there to defend himself. So it's just like, stop talking about him like that. It just bothers me, bro. Like because they would have never said any of this if he was still alive. That's the thing.
Yeah, you see, this is where it's like it just seems like not that these niggas have these kind of discourse, but it feels like that Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese type of debate where it's like not necessarily the debate itself, but the kinds of people that we're seeing argue in debate. It's just two polar opposite ass niggas, two extremities. Like both of y'all niggas on both sides need to calm down. Niggas that are defending Kobe need to relax, nigga. And niggas that's disrespecting Kobe, my nigga, please chill. Like, but it's both of y'all niggas trying to one up each other, and it's like, damn, I kind of want to defend Kobe, but damn, you Kobe defenders, y'all dick eating a little bit. Oh my god, we gotta chill out. That man is not God. Some of y'all niggas be treating Kobe like a deity, and it reminds me why there are some Kobe haters out here, because y'all niggas love to take shit a little too far.
Yeah,
Y'all worse than some of these female stan accounts. Y'all worse than the Beehive sometimes. Y'all worse than.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one because they be sort of crazy.
Look, hey, I ain't gonna hold you. The Beehive,
they be sort of crazy.
Nicki Minaj fans, them niggas.
They're the crazy. They are the absolute. They are unwell.
I might be overestimating some things, but if there was ever a male version of any of those things, it starts with Kobe. I think it starts with fucking Kobe. There's nobody that goes crazier than them niggas. But yeah, I just simply,
We do not
honestly, I thought that's why I didn't really bring it up at first. I thought it was gonna be like okay, this shit dies down in a day. Like, yeah, T-Mac said some flagrant shit that I don't necessarily agree with, but this shit will blow over, nigga. 5 days in, niggas is still
going.
The Kobe army just got bigger. I'm like, whoa, fuck. But like I said, before you tweet out something, bro, like 9 times out of 10, you're probably arguing with a teenager, bro. Just give it up.
Also,
just give it up, bro. Just stop wasting your breath. Go get a job. Indeed, LinkedIn, something.
We do not care.
Once again, man, this nigga here loves being on the We Do Not Care list. This might be his 3rd straight week that I don't give a fuck about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers says this is going to be his last year. This is pretty much, I'm pretty sure this is it. I just got married, which we didn't care about last week. You know what I mean? And in the week before that, he was on some weird shit. So yeah, I don't give a fuck about it.
How old is
I feel like a hater. I feel like a hater saying, I hope this season crash and burns for you. I feel like it's a little haterish.
That is haterish, bro. I think honestly, now that I know it's his last season, I feel like, or now that I know that he's acting like it's his last season, I think he's gonna like lock in a little bit, not do all his crazy normal, or I guess it wasn't normal in Green Bay, but now it's sort of become normal. He won't do all the outlandish stuff he's done in the past few years. I think he's really gonna lock in and like try to at least get the most of whatever is left in his career. I think he might be trying to get into like the top 5 of passing yardage or something like that. Because I think he might be like number 7 right now. I could be wrong, but I think if he finishes the season like with a normal like 3,000 or 4,000 yards, I think he'll be in the top 5. So I think that's what he's trying to do.
Best of luck to you, brother. Best of luck to you. Because truly,
we do not care.
I just don't.
We do not care.
The list just goes on. I don't care, brother. I don't care. Go back to your new wife. Go back to your new wife, brother. I don't care. But with that being said, let's talk about some things we do care about. Our new NBA champions.
I never
keeps finest.
Never doubted it for a second. The Oklahoma City Thunder are your 2025 NBA champions. Never doubted it for a second. Knew it was going to happen the whole time. Didn't have a single doubt at all. That game was amazing, although some stuff did have. Let's get into the game a little bit because the game started off great until it wasn't. I think the game started off. It was sort of hot from both sides. Halliburton, he came out. He splashed 3. He made like 3 straight threes. They was all like deep, going crazy. And then, unfortunately, he tried to make a dribble move. tore his Achilles. He's been dealing with a calf strain sort of like this whole series. And calf strain is like one step away from Achilles tear. And he unfortunately tore that Achilles. Everybody saw it in slow motion, saw that pop. They replayed it like 17 times. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was really bad.
And yeah, not ACL, but Achilles got torn. He hit the ground. He was on the floor crying, and now he's going to be out for the whole of next season. So it's very tough. That eventually, despite that, the Pacers ended halftime with like a 1-point lead, but they couldn't sustain it. And the Thunder won. I think it was like 103-91, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's good talking about our OKC Thunder, man.
That's not how that works. That's not how that works.
I mean, shit. Our Thunder.
That's not how that works.
Really knew how to close it, man. Really knew how to lock in for Game 7, man. I just proud of the boys, honestly. I just, Jazz, we really used to pray for times like this.
Anyways, SGA, he came up pretty big like he always did. Although he shot 8 for 27, they won, so I can't knock it. He had 29 points, and honestly, it was Game 7, last game of the season. You're supposed to go out just shooting, and that's what he did. He got 29. Jalen Williams, or J-Dub rather, he had 20 points. Chet had 18 and 5 blocks. He played like a big man finally. It was very good game from the Thunder as a whole. After Halliburton got hurt, the Pacers sort of like fell off a little bit. Pascal, he only had 16 this game. Ben Mathurin, he came off the bench with 24. TJ McConnell, he finished with 16. I think in the fourth quarter, he had in the third quarter, there was like a stretch where he scored. I think it was he had like 12 straight points for the Pacers. He went crazy. Like the Thunder couldn't stop him. Like it was actually insane to watch. He was really looking like Shea. I'm not gonna lie to you. Backing people down, hitting the fadeaway. I was just like, what is this man doing? But then the Thunder, they went on one of their patented runs and sort of sealed the game.
Yeah, I think it was really it was a really good series in general. Like I understand that Tyrese Halliburton, it didn't end the way he wanted it to end, and stuff like that is very unfortunate. But the overall series, like we said, this was going to be a good series. Niggas wanted to say shit was gonna be boring. They're going, oh my god, OKC in 4. Nah, nigga, OKC had to work for this bitch. OKC had to work for it. Even when Tyrese went down, it's not like the niggas got blown out by 20. You still had to work. You still had to play. Even though you was at home. And overall, I think looking back, because I know a lot of people are just stuck in 2025. When we look back, we're gonna treat 2025. We're gonna treat the NBA 2025 season like we treat them 2016 seasons. Seasons. Like this was a really good season, just overall from start to finish. Now I understand that the All-Star game was shitty, but if you take that All-Star shit out, great playoffs, solid regular season, a lot of funny moments, a lot of cool shit happened, a lot of crazy shit happened. Luka got traded and all this stuff. Yeah, this was good. People will remember the 2024-2025 regular and postseason. I think it's me personally, I'm ready to say it's the best NBA season we had in the 2020s. I'm ready to say it.
You know what? I'm rolling because the Thunder won. It's the best to me.
I know you're not gonna disagree with that shit.
Yeah, no. And then I think also I know everybody doing the whole rating, blah blah blah. It came out that Game 7 was like one of the most watched finals games in the past. I forget how long. So people started to recognize that it was like this series was one of them ones at the end. So I'm happy more people tuned into the party.
Absolutely. And there's a thing I wanted to rank with you later, like down the line, with top 10 top most viewed basketball games in 2025. The motherfuckers right there. That Game 7 performance is in that bitch. It's some nice numbers. Some nice numbers being said, but man, I think just not to leave the OKC side of it, I do want to touch on the Tyrese Halliburton side of it. All just certain things with Tyrese Halliburton. When shit like this happens, it's just one of those things where he was kind of in a lose-lose situation because I knew he wasn't going to sit out a
Yeah.
game 7 of the NBA Finals. And I I understand somebody saying, you got to save a player from himself sometimes. I just don't see a nigga from Indiana that wasn't supposed to be, the mindset was we ain't really supposed to be here for real, and nobody really expects us to come back next year. It's kind of hard for me to say that a nigga's gonna be like, nah, Tyrese, nah, nigga, we gonna stop you. I just don't. You just gotta hope. I just think you just gotta, say a quick prayer and then just hope for the best. And unfortunately, it didn't happen this way. But how you feel about
Halliburton? Halliburton, he he dropped the picture like talking about the season and the surgery and all that, and he said like I would do it again. And honestly, like it's literally the last game of the season. You're playing for a championship. If there's any game you're gonna risk that, like that's the game. Like it's unfortunate it happened, but some people literally never get back there again. And when he was out there, he was hooping like he didn't look scared. It was going to be one of them Tyrese out. I was worried because I seen the threes. I was like, oh shit. So it's going to be one of them special performances for sure. But I mean, like he tore his Achilles. Like unfortunately, it happens. But like, how do you feel about everybody or not even everybody, but people are like, oh my gosh, these players they're playing too much. We need to shorten the season. How do you feel about that when people because it's been who tore their Achilles? I know Halliburton did, Tatum did, and those are like the 3 big names who did it this season. But how do you feel about that when people say, "Oh, let's shorten the season"?
I need niggas to shut the fuck up. Honestly, I hate when niggas start bringing that shit up because it's not gonna happen because money, and on top of that, y'all only do this when injuries happen. Y'all are also the same niggas. I'm not saying you, but I'm saying like these are also the same niggas that that 3 games ago was critiquing how one day Tyrese Halliburton was limping and then other days he wasn't, and saying low key the nigga low key faking it or low key whatever. You know what I mean? Just low key like trying to here go the injury excuse, here go the X, Y, and Z. Yeah, some of the same.
I actually saw Skip Bayless. He put a tweet like that.
Yes. No, I'm saying it's not even the trolls doing it. It's like talking heads.
No, Skip a troll. That's all he is. He a troll.
That is true.
Yeah.
that is true. But it's just like it's kind of hard for me to like freak accidents happen. I just think personally people are going to treat calf strains a little bit more different after this. I will admit to that. I will, people will start shutting niggas down for real. I think there was a dispute with Luka.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Like he was sitting out so long, and imagine if he tore his Achilles or whatever. What would Nico be thinking then? I think he'd probably be like, "See, I told you he's not good enough. He's not in shape, bro."
He overweight.
Yeah, that's honestly probably what he was doing.
Yeah, he probably would say some stupid shit like that. I think because with that, and that's why I'm always on the side of. I've always been somebody that said that the NBA should have third-party doctors. There should be no such thing as team doctors.
They never will, but they need to. They never will.
That's because with the Luka situation, the team doctors were saying, "Yo, he should be ready by now," and his secondary doctor was like, "No, we need to hold this off. Like, he needs to rest a little bit more," and that caused tension within the organization and Luka. And I'm just like, but how Luka came out there and hoop and then pop some shit. Y'all was gonna blame it on dieting. Y'all wasn't gonna blame it on a freak accident. Y'all wasn't gonna.
He's not taking care of his body enough. And stupid. They were saying stuff like that.
Exactly, or God forbid Anthony Davis does something, they're just gonna blame it on his injury history. You know what I mean? Niggas like Anthony Davis and Zion and all these other niggas, they don't get the benefit of the doubt. Zion don't get the benefit of the doubt, even though the whole Pelicans roster was going out like flies.
Yeah.
Niggas was dropping like flies the whole season.
DeJounte Murray towards Achilles too.
Exactly. But because Zion is who Zion is, they just, he need to lay off this goddamn food. Two things can be true, but my nigga, let's look at what's going on. Dyson Daniels had his most healthiest season when he left the Pelicans.
And he led the league. He was getting like 4 steals a game. He was going crazy.
Votes, nigga. He got D-boy votes, nigga. What the fuck are we talking about? So yeah, I think changes are going to be made. I think it's a problem if the NBA doesn't do any research on it and just patents it, because we treat it, just like the NFL. When QB started just dropping like flies, they started making sure that the best players and the best product was on the field at all times, even if we have to tweak some shit. So moving forward, I'm expecting the NBA to come out, not necessarily change the game, but something. I feel like they're gonna try to do something. They're gonna try to see what's going on, or at bare minimum, organizations will start stepping in and really start taking this shit seriously, because I think that Tyrese shit really shook some niggas up. Like, that nigga, that could be my franchise player right there.
And then speaking of like just the effect it's gonna have on the league, like the East is like it was low-key was already open, like wide open when the Tatum injury happened, but now like the defending Eastern Conference champions, like they're like probably gonna be ass next year. Just like, not saying the players are ass, just your star player's not there, and he's the like the star or the straw that stirs the drink, so he's not gonna be there, and they don't really have no super cold players beside like Pascal, but he's not really like you don't necessarily want him to lead your team. So like that Eastern Conference is wide open. Like I think Orlando, they got all the room in the world to take a step up. Same with the Pistons. The Cavs could go a little further. I don't know. We'll see. But no, the Eastern Conference is, even the Wizards, they made a trade we'll talk about a little bit, but like they could, I don't know, like shoot, anybody could do anything. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, man, anything's possible in the East. I would bring up New York, but them niggas don't have a coach yet, so I'm gonna leave them niggas alone for a little bit. But yeah, I mean, look, I'm gonna let y'all niggas know right now. If the Hornets don't make the play-in this next season,
I don't think they will, and I think
I want niggas fired.
We're gonna talk about the Hornets when we get to the draft. I think I see what they're trying to do. And low key, like, I get it. I get it. I see what they're trying to do. And low key, I get it. But
it's so bad, nigga.
But nah, OKC, that's your 2025 NBA champions. I couldn't be happier. Well, I mean, the only thing that make me happier is the Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl, but we know this. But I went to the movies the other day. And I was wearing like a Cowboy shirt, and the lady who took my ticket, she was like, "You think it's gonna be our year?" I was just like, "Man,
oh my god, it hit different when a nigga from not from the city hit you with a little one-liner like that, bro." Oh man, I was at the gas station when that shit happened to me too. I'm like, "Fuck, bro, I hope."
I was like, Lord, I hope so. I was just like, man, I hope so.
I'm out here looking like Kodak Black. I hope so, nigga. I hope so, nigga.
Oh,
I'll crash out low key. I'm low key thinking about pulling that trigger on Thanksgiving Day. I'm not gonna hold you.
Who they play Thanksgiving?
Pat Mahomes.
Oh shit.
Them tickets don't look too crazy. I mean, it's Pat Mahomes. It's still the Cowboys, but
type shit.
It didn't look too far off from like the tickets we were looking at last time. Like,
for sure.
It seemed like they're pretty same. I'm like, if that's the case, nigga, why not pull up? I ain't gonna hold you. I might just have to do it.
Actually, no. One trigger you're gonna have to pull for some tickets is some Rockets tickets, because The Rockets have officially completed the trade that everybody's been talking about. Kevin Durant is now a member of the Houston Rockets. The Suns.
Completed yet, but
oh yeah, it's going to be completed on like when the new league year starts or whatever. But the official trade, I believe, was like the Rockets got Kevin Durant, and the Suns they ended up with Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green, and the 10th overall pick, which was the Suns pick in the beginning, but then they ended up trading. It's a lot going on with that whole thing. But I know Greg's about to pull out this ugly ass 35 jersey for the Rockets.
Hey man, look. Kevin Durant gave me this. He mailed this to me 2 weeks ago.
What name is on the back of that jersey?
It says. Now I know you wonder why it says Wood on the back. I promise you, there's an explanation for that. I promise you. Wood stands for I wish a nigga would tell me otherwise, nigga. Kevin Durant's on my fucking team. What are y'all niggas talking about? What the fuck is niggas talking about? Stop playing. Come on.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Stop playing with me. Come on. Now look, I understand we need a little rebrand. I know we need a rebrand. Jax, I understand this is not one of our greatest jerseys in the world. But that's what happens. When you get a superstar, you get superstar threads. The threads gonna come. They bringing the Dunkster knot back. You know what I mean? Hey, man. We might get a Christmas game. Hey, nigga, if we get a Christmas game, nigga.
Christmas ain't gonna be tough.
Bro, if we get a Christmas game, bro, I'm gonna try my best to convince you to stay home, bro. I'm gonna convince you not to go home, bro. I'm gonna
I want to
watch that bitch, bro.
I've seen people talk about, like, obviously the schedule hasn't been announced, but people are saying, like, what if game one of the season is going to be the Rockets versus OKC? If it's that, I think I'm going to have to go to that one. Because that would be crazy.
Oh, that would be so tough.
No.
But we finna get more. We're gonna get more national televised games. Look, we gave up damn near nothing for this. I'm not gonna hold you. This is a low risk, high reward trade.
I think who else put in the Timberwolves put in offers as well as the Heat. The Timberwolves actually had the better offer. I think the Timberwolves offer was like a pick,
Rudy Gobert,
Terrence Shannon or Rob Dillingham, and then like I think DiVincenzo. It was like it was a real haul for real. But KD was like, I don't want to go there. I'm not going to sign an extension. So the Suns were like, okay, let's pivot. Then they tried to get to Miami, and Miami was like, we're only going to offer like the 20. I don't think they wanted to offer anything. I think they were just like, we'll give you like Terry Rozier, Jaime Jaquez, and like one of them like three white boys they got. And the Suns just like, nigga, no, what the hell? And then the Rockets, they finally gave up their package, which was a relatively like small haul, but it got them the flexibility they needed.
This was all I was asking for, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was like, I don't know what the exact package needs to be or should be. My biggest thing was whatever your first offer is, stick to it. Just stick to whatever your first offer is. Don't budge, nigga, because sooner or later, them niggas gonna fold, nigga. They don't have real leverage.
They had the cave.
By golly, I was like, God damn it. And this is why I don't like when niggas disrespect Raphael Stone within the community, nigga. That's a good GM, my nigga. I don't care what nobody say, bro. That's a good ass GM. Niggas was concerned that he was too locked in with Jalen to get rid of him. He proved y'all niggas wrong. He'll give that nigga up. You know what I mean? Niggas out here saying he'll mortgage the whole future to do some wild ass swing. He didn't do that. Nigga, I might, you know what? I'm gonna say my hot take. My fault. I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. But Jax, how many games are our Rockets gonna win this year? I love saying this, bro. The pod be so good when we on the same team. That's why football.
I really don't want to like. I don't hate the Rockets. It's just like I never actually really cared about the Rockets, and I don't want to root for them because I'm tired of Kevin Durant continuing to change teams, bro. But he's still 27 tonight. He's still amazing, so he's most definitely gonna help the Rockets. And Just looking at this, I remember we were talking. I think it was last episode we was arguing about Jabari Smith, and they ended up keeping him, which is what you wanted. And like I'm looking at this lineup, I think it's going to be pretty solid. They got Reed, Shepard, and Cam Whitmore coming off the bench. Hopefully, they provide a little bit more scoring because in the starting lineup, KD's the only like consistent like shooter for real. Like Fred, he can shoot. He's not really that big of a scorer. Amen Thompson still figuring stuff out. Jabari Smith. And then Sengun can score, so there's that.
And then Tari Eason's coming off the bench as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Tari Eason, who he should start over Jabari, but that's neither here nor there.
And and Steven Adams is coming off the. I mean, that's not a shooter, but I mean, you got some good depth. And
but I did think the Rockets might have tried to make like another move before the draft, but then the draft just finished. It's just when we're recording, the draft is over, and they didn't. So I'm actually sort of skeptical on any like. I don't think they're gonna make any type of big move. They might just get a couple pieces, but I think this roster they currently have is pretty set.
Yeah, KD was by far going to be the biggest move. What I knew was going two things I knew was going to happen. They was going to try to get a big swing, and I knew they were going to renegotiate Fred's deal. I knew just off of the conversations niggas was having. And how Fred would like talk in meetings and interviews and post game stuff, I was like, oh, okay, this nigga is getting ready to take a pay cut. He's not going anywhere because Fred is on the same kind of time KD is on. Of like,
and KD also said he was willing. KD also said he was willing to take a pay cut with his extension as well. So that's another big thing.
Yeah, so like they're both on the same kind of situation where I don't want to like move again. So I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to make this my last destination. That's what Fred came in. Like when Fred came here, it's like, look, I'm gonna do what I need to do to stay here because I'm not trying to move no more. He fucks with Houston.
That's real.
And when KD came through, he's saying the same thing. Now, granted, I think it's easier for KD to take a pay cut because there's no state income tax, so there's no nigga really robbing him. So it's easier for him to be like, oh, okay, bet, cool, like. I'll take a little pay cut.
And KD's already a billionaire, so it also doesn't matter for him for real.
So, yeah, like I said, and I know it's going to work out, but by the devil that it doesn't work out. You know what I mean? It's not like we got to blow some shit up, like we're still in a good spot to kind of like make some moves. We still have picks in future stuff, and
they still got mad picks, still got mad young players. So the Rockets are honestly in a very, very good spot.
Very great.
Then I was looking up Fred VanVleet's age because I wanted to see how old he was. He's only 31, so he's not even old for real.
He's not old for real. He's 31, and we got him down for a 2-year, $50 million deal, like 25. Getting that nigga on 25 a year. When he was making 45, like I said, Raphael Stone, you a good ass GM. Now we're under the cap, like we're under the second apron and shit like that. So, yeah, I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I see 55 games. I see about 55 wins, give or take. I'm not expecting KD to play hella games. I don't want him to actually. I mean, I want him to play his normal.
KD, he doesn't really miss that many games no more. Like I think he played like 70 something last year.
Yeah, but we need that nigga for the playoffs. So whatever KD needs to make sure the nigga comfortable in the H. I'm not worried about distractions or anything like that. That nigga works on pull-up jumpers in the club, nigga. Like this shit means something to me, Jax. Fuck.
No. Anyways, talking about the Phoenix Suns side of it real fast. They got Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks. The Rockets are probably going to miss. Actually, the Rockets are going to miss Dillon Brooks just because of that energy and the defense he added to the team. So the Suns will really benefit from that. But like, Suns are still. They got Bradley Beal on the roster. They got Devin Booker on the roster. They got Jalen Green on the roster. Yikes! Team full of shooting guards and centers. The only thing on their roster. So. Yikes for the Suns. We'll see what they're going to do. But that's all I care about talking about the Suns. Moving on, there's another trade that happened a little bit later, and that is Jrue Holiday. He finally got moved. The Celtics, they started to make moves because that second apron is coming. And they're afraid that they got to make the move. So they traded Jrue Holiday back to the Portland Trail Blazers, and in return they got not Shannon Sharp. My fault. They got Anthony Simons and 2 second-round picks, and that's a great pickup for Boston because Anthony Simons, I believe he's like 26. He's not that old. He's a 20 a night type of guy. He's a good scorer, athlete, and everything, and he gonna have time to rock because the Celtics don't got nobody no more. I mean, they got Jaylen Brown, but that's the only star they got. So he's gonna get a chance to rock out. And the Celtics, I don't think they're gonna be that good next year, but we'll see.
I like both sides for this trade. The Celtics knew that this year they're not expecting to be like super duper competitive, so there's no reason to be in the second apron. During this season, just offload contracts. I think Jrue Holiday was gonna make 35 or something mil. Like he was gonna make a lot of money. He was gonna make a lot of money this next upcoming season. And on top of that, Jrue Holiday was threatening retirement like a year ago or 2 years ago. So I mean, this nigga really 1 foot out the door anyway. I think Anthony Simons, nobody's gonna replace Jrue Holiday's defense like that, but shit.
Yeah.
You got another light-skinned nigga that can rock until your real light-skinned nigga comes back at some point. So, I mean, y'all should be all right. From the Portland Trail Blazers side, I'm not going to hold you. A lot of people feel like, oh, yeah, like they going to reroute that nigga somewhere else to a contender. Me, personally, I keep the nigga. Portland, y'all not going.
I'm not gonna let me stop you. Let me stop you right there though, because after this trade happened, another report came out. Let me find it real fast. After the trade, a report came out that Jrue Holiday is actually very, very pissed that he got traded to the Trailblazers. He does not want to go there.
I bet.
Because he was there before he got traded to Boston. He was over in Portland for like a hot minute. And then they rerouted him to Boston. So like he don't want to be there for real, bro.
I thought he got traded from Milwaukee though.
No, he got traded from Milwaukee to Portland. And he get traded from Milwaukee to Boston.
I could be tripping. I'm not finishing.
I'm pretty sure it was Milwaukee to Portland, then the Celtics.
Oh man, look, you could very much be right. I just don't remember that nigga in uniform like that. I remember Rob Williams got traded to Portland for sure. Remember that shit.
Who was this nigga in Portland? Because he didn't play a game there. They just sent him to that bitch.
Interesting. Cool. I hate when new shit happens, so it takes forever to find the old shit.
Nigga, bro.
Like God damn it. Like, nigga, I'm talking about other shit right now.
Yes, okay. He was traded to Portland during like the whole 3-team trade. It was a 3-team trade that got Milwaukee Dame. He was traded to Portland in that trade, and then Portland rerouted him to the Celtics. So that's what happened. So he didn't even stay in Portland long enough to play last time he got traded, and now he's in Portland again. He don't want to fucking be there. I'm like Jrue Holiday, like he did have 1 foot out the door, and I know his wife had health problems or whatever as well. I'm like, you should just like you made your money. You're a champion. You're a Hall of Famer. You just retire real fast, like 2-time champion, right? Yeah, go ahead, retire.
And I understand that he's pissed, but unfortunately, nigga, if I'm the GM,
We do not care.
nigga, I need you to develop Scoot Henderson. We need to see like if we got anything left with this nigga, bro. Like I need you to really embrace your new CP3 role, my nigga, when it comes to like, nurturing, our soon to be, what we think is the OKC talent we have in Scoot Henderson, nigga. We need OKC CP3 vibes from you right now, nigga. Stop being selfish. You got to
go ahead and get CP3.
Nah, bro. Like,
go and trade for CP3.
we already got you. Like it don't even matter now. Like
All
we here. Like, come on, bro. Teach that nigga some defense or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'd really try to entice this nigga to do it. And you know, we got Chauncey Billups as the head coach. And look, it's Portland, bro. Like, niggas don't want to come here right now. So we gonna have to overpay for shit. But like, rock with us. You got 2 chips, bro. Like, you don't even care about basketball like that. You just mad
Drew
that you're
Holiday,
Portland right now.
Drew Holiday don't care about none of this. He's saying I'm not gonna hold you. He don't care about none of that. He's
Yeah,
bad.
I ain't gonna lie. That GM don't give a fuck about that nigga being pissed either. So it's
Hey, you right where you right, bro.
that shit crazy. But I do feel bad for him. I do feel bad because it's like niggas, it is Portland, but you also make 35 mil and you have 2 chips, bro. Like,
Yeah, he'll figure it out. He'll figure it out. Trust me.
hey, if you don't like it, leave, nigga. Just retire, nigga. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah. That look, I think it's like I said, it could be positive for both sides. But definitely Boston, you know, this is the one trade that Boston did that I do fuck with. I do agree with.
All right, because speaking of Boston and staying with Boston, they did another trade because they got that second apron. So they traded Kristaps Porzingis to the Atlanta Hawks. It was a 3-team trade. Porzingis in the second round pick go to the Hawks. Terrence Mann and the 22 pick in this current draft went to the Nets. And George Niang in the second rounder went to the Celtics.
You know, for me,
There's a lot of things I can say about. There's a lot of things you can say about the Porzingis trade. None of them are like. There's a lot of jokes you can say. None of them are things I want to say on air.
You know, I was ready to give Brad Stevens his props when he traded that Jrue Holiday trade for Anthony. So I'm like, damn, this nigga good at his job. As soon as this trade happened, nigga.
Do you think it's wise for you to
Man, I had to shut the fuck up. I'm like, damn. But George Niang, nigga? Nah, bro. I don't give a fuck. I knew you had to get off the nigga. I knew you had to, you know, I knew Kristaps was finna be gone.
I feel like nobody wanted to really trade for Porzingis except for the Hawks because they need him. Like, he's going to be, I think with the Hawks, it works pretty well, like a big man who can shoot. But, like, nobody really want to take that contract because Porzingis, he's always hurt. And then he had that mystery illness in the playoffs that nobody knows what it is.
Hey, you think Atlanta got the cure? You think ATL got the cure?
ATL got something. I don't know. They got something. They got
specialists. Hey man, look.
Your word is not
hey man, look. Hey, so I get it. If they able to cure this nigga, I think this will be a nice land.
They cured Magic Johnson, bro. They can do anything.
Oh my god. Yes.
They can do anything.
This is a great piece. This is a great piece to have for Trae Young. Because look, by the grace of God, I'm glad that they're finally moving off of Clint Capella. Clint Capella been there since
they've been trying to move off Clint Capella since like his second year in Atlanta. He's been in Atlanta for like 8 years, maybe longer. He's been there forever.
That nigga's been there since he got traded from the Rockets, nigga. I think that nigga spent more time in Atlanta than the Houston Rockets.
I think so. Like, I really do. And they've been dissatisfied the entire time through no fault of his own. It's just his style of play just didn't really work out that well with them. But they haven't been able to. He's still too good for them to like start somebody over them because they keep trying to draft centers and he's just always better than them. So what can you do?
Yeah. So this is a good move by Atlanta, and Atlanta has their starting lineup is a whole bunch of light skinned niggas and Kristaps Porzingis. That is the starting 5.
5 light-skinned niggas.
Yeah. KP got a white mom. I get it. A starting 5, and they all got white mothers. I know it. I know they do.
That's insane. That's sort of tough.
That's tough.
Derogatory.
Okay.
Tough derogatory.
Nigga. I was like, that's tough to you, nigga. Oh shit! Let me find out the Umar's button real quick. This is getting out of hand.
What happened to the game I love, bro?
Shit. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Was there any other significant trades? I know CJ McCollum got moved around.
Oh yeah, the CJ McCollum trade. Who was it? It was CJ McCollum. He got traded to the Wizards, so now they low key have like the Wizards are a very young team, but they got like solid veterans with McCollum, Chris Middleton, and Marcus Smart. Like for at least some veteran leadership to help all them like a whole group of young niggas, and they're gonna play defense too. So well, McCollum won't, but Marcus Smart, Chris Middleton have like strong defensive IQ, and then all the young boys are athletes. So that could be something, especially in the East next season because they suck. So that could be something for real.
Yeah, and the Pelicans got Jordan Poole.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Maybe you're a lot more higher on the Wizards than I am with these old the big Unk 3.
I think they'll just provide that veteran leadership that the Wizards need. They can, like on some like OKC stuff. Like they obviously won't be as good as OKC, but when OKC was on the come up or whatever, they had like a couple of veterans, like Chris Paul was one of them that sort of like showed them the ropes a little bit. So I think it'll be something like that.
And you need that. You need that, especially when niggas at low value. Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't remember the times where we signed Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks during the time that we did. They called it a match. I mean, it still was an overpay for them niggas at the time, but they proved their contracts. Nobody wanted to touch Dylan Brooks at the time. Like Memphis had that big ass under zero circumstances. Are we gonna bring this nigga back?
They tried to hold him. Actually, not even. They did hold him, and he made it out alive.
That nigga overcame. This nigga had a career season from 3. This shit crazy.
Yeah.
So I'll tread lightly on what they got going on in Washington because I do like their young guys. I really do like Bub Carrington and I forgot the
Star. They got Koulibaly. I think he's gonna be like 6'9", crazy athlete. I think he can be something for real.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited for them. I think they'll be able to make the plan. The only literally the only team I have no hope for in the East is Charlotte. Really, this is genuinely the only team where I'm like, I just know it's not gonna work out the way I think it. I don't give a fuck what the talent is. I have faith in Chicago, nigga. There's certain cities I'm like, you know what? I can see it. I don't see it with y'all. I'm so sorry. It don't matter what.
Actually, speaking of Charlotte, we could go ahead and jump into before we jump into the draft, Kyrie Irving, he also just touched on this real fast. He declined his option or whatever, and then he ended up re-signing with the Mavs. I think he got like 3 for 119 or something like that, which is still a lot, but it's much less than like it's not the max contract or whatever. So it's technically a pay cut. So that's pretty good for the Mavs, especially because they got Cooper Flag coming in. So now we can talk about the NBA draft because the first round just finished. Cooper Flag was the obvious first round pick. Everybody knew that was going to happen. He's probably going to fit well with the Mavs. We'll see how it goes, The draft really sort of started at the number 3 pick because we knew that Cooper Flag and Dylan Harper were going to go 1 and 2. But the number 3 is where it got a little bit what's going on because, Ace Bailey was the number 3 prospect for the majority of the last 2 years, essentially.
Yeah. And
he ended up not going at number 3. Instead, it was the Philadelphia 76ers. They selected VJ Edgecombe. He's a point guard, or not point guard. He's a guard from Baylor who's incredibly athletic and all that. And I think it's a weird fit because they already got hella guards in Philly, but they said, fuck Ace Bailey. And low-key, like, I get it. The nigga was tripping, bro. He was tripping.
I get it, too.
But
I understand.
Yeah. And at the 4 pick, though, that's the Charlotte Hornets. They got Con Knipple, who's a guard out of Duke. And you say you had no faith in the Hornets. You said what?
And that's crazy because Con I fuck with that nigga's game. I'm not gonna hold you. I just didn't expect that nigga to get drafted at 4. But then I understand who the fuck is drafting that for? And everything makes more sense when you put that team in situations like that. Like this, But I genuinely like Con Knipple's game, bro. Like
No, I see what the Hornets are doing because I'm not Cognitive, but he's a point guard. They're trying to push LaMelo out because I think that whole LaMelo, he doesn't play winning basketball, he don't care about that, like all that, like everybody's saying that, I don't want to believe it because I still like LaMelo's. Everybody knows he's incredibly talented, but like one, he can't stay healthy, and two, he low key be doing some bullshit on the court.
He played dickhead hoops. He plays dickhead hoops, bro. Yes. He plays dickhead hoops and only plays 30 games a season. But because he's bright skinned, has a white mother, and isn't fat like Zion, niggas don't talk about his injury concerns and injury proneness like they do that nigga down there in New Orleans. Because the man is skinny. When you skinny, you can get away with some shit.
But I think they got this just because they're trying to get rid of LaMelo, or like this sort of like a wake up call, like, hey nigga, like if you don't play or you don't tighten up, like we gonna get you out of here. And like I said, I get it. Ace Bailey, he went 5 to the Jazz, which is absolutely hilarious because he said he did not want to go to the Jazz. The Jazz scheduled a workout with him. He canceled the workout because he didn't want to go. Jazz said, "Ha, too bad, buddy. Drafted you instead." And he looked very upset when he got drafted. He's like, I'm going to Utah?
Yes, nigga. And low key, the way Utah drafted this go round, he might fuck with it, but it's Salt Lake. It's Salt Lake City, so he already feels a certain type of way. But them niggas got Walter Clayton from Florida as well. That nigga that was going crazy during that Florida game. Yeah. You got Ace Bailey and you got them 3 musketeers of white men that's already there. And that Mormon with that weird girlfriend.
Filipowski.
Filipowski. Yeah. So there's some talent there. You just live in Salt Lake City. But don't that nigga NBA Youngboy live in Utah? Or did he just make a song about Utah?
I think he lived in Utah because he was on like house arrest. Why? I don't know why he was in Utah in the first, like, because he was on like house arrest in Utah. But like, what were the events that led him to go to Utah that made that be where his house arrest? I don't know, but I think
NBA All-Star was in Utah one year, and that nigga was performing at NBA All-Star weekend.
Okay,
so I think he might have real residency there. I don't know why, but he does. Ace Bailey, you just gotta have the right mindset. You know what this reminds me of? Ace Bailey, not his mentality, but his reaction to being in a shitty city reminds me of DeJounte Murray when that nigga got drafted by the Spurs. Cause I could tell off rip when that nigga got called by San Antonio, that nigga was not rocking with it. LeBron had to tap that nigga and say, "Hey, you gonna be fine, bro." Like that. LeBron had to calm that nigga DeJounte Murray down, and DeJounte Murray speaks very highly of the city now. But
yeah,
when that nigga first got drafted, that nigga was hot. That nigga did not want to be there. I understand.
That's real though, because all San Antonio got is that Riverwalk, and that Riverwalk weak as hell, bro.
That bitch weak than the bitch. That's one thing I'll never argue with Charles Barkley about, nigga. I'll let that nigga rock when it comes to San Antonio, bro. Because that nigga know he be accurate, bro. The weak as fuck.
Like they just need to clean it for real. Because like you can see the vision, but they just don't execute the vision. But neither here nor there.
And Jax is also a nigga that's not the biggest fan of Mexican food. And that's what these niggas is known for in San Antonio. So I know he's gonna hate it in that bitch.
I'm not Mexican food person. It's cool, but like,
yeah, bro, you gonna be miserable in that shitty, bro. Military base.
But some more highlights of the draft though. Colin Murray, boys. I don't know nothing about him, but he got drafted to the Rocket, or not Rocket. He got drafted to the Raptors, and the camera caught him saying "fuck." So that shit was funny to me. But the number 10 pick, this says Rockets right here, but it was traded to Phoenix. They got the center out of Duke. which is very weird because after this, the Suns also traded for Mark Williams, who's another center. So their roster, like I said earlier, is all shooting guards and centers.
This is just insurance, bro. I see the vision. This is insurance just in case Mark Williams feels that physical again.
You're using your number 10 pick as insurance is crazy to me, but
hey man, I didn't say it was smart, but I saw it's a vision regardless. I see the vision. It's not good. We're not going nowhere, but I see it.
And then Derek Queen, like
tackle Derek Queen. Let's get it, nigga.
Derek Queen. It says right here he was drafted by the Hawks, but they traded that pick to New Orleans. Now Derek Queen is going to be playing next to Zion in the 30 games a year Zion plays. I don't know how I feel about that because not to be fat phobic, but it's two fat niggas. Like, what are we doing? I'm sorry. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
This is a problem, bro. This is why niggas need to just develop in Texas, bro. Cause I swear, I promise you with everything I love, them niggas would have been putting 3 fingers in the dirt in Texas. I promise you, nigga. Basketball would not be in these niggas' future, bro. They'd be cardio, and you'd be like, hey, yo, 3 fingers in the dirt, fuck, nigga. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is Eddie Lacy and Derrick Henry in the fucking backfield, my nigga. At best. This is if they got speed. Other than that, nigga, this could be this could be Micah Parsons. This could be Myles Garrett.
This is Trent Williams, bro. 6'9", 240. This is a tackle, bro. Him is like Derek Queen is an offensive tackle. Zion is a DN, but they just wanted to hoop. Zion is the one that really don't make sense to me because he from the South. So it's like, why are you not playing football? But that's a whole nother red, bro. That's a whole nother red.
Hey, you know you a fat nigga when you wear that kind of long sleeve shirt. I know the type of nigga you are. You know when that shit not skin tight no more. It's not the skin tight. I used to wear them bitches too.
This pick, like I said, I like Derek Queen. I don't like the fit, but it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
That's a
OKC
right here, nigga.
OKC drafted Thomas Sorber, who's going to be a monster for them in the future. I feel like they don't need him right now because that's just the program OKC. But he's 6'9", 263. He has like a 7'6" wingspan, even like at 6'9". So he's gonna go crazy once he gets a little bit of development at OKC. So I'm not mad at that pick at all.
That nigga finna go crazy for another team, nigga. That nigga has there's no reason for that nigga to be here. Oh wait, go back to the next pick though. I wanted to shout out that next pick.
Who?
That
the
was
Asian dude.
Yeah, shout out to that Asian dude.
You're right here.
Yang Hassan. Shout out to this nigga.
Hanson.
That nigga got called from the stands. That nigga had that nigga thought he was a day 2 nigga. He was in the crowd just like everybody else. They had to walk them cameras up the stairs and film that nigga. Walk down and go, dap up Adam Silver. I like shit like that.
You seen who his agent was?
No, who was it?
Oh, Rich Paul. Rich Paul walked him right down the steps with him. I was like, is that Rich? I was like, yeah, that's Rich Paul. So hey, he might
be everywhere.
Yeah, bro. He could actually be something. It says he drafted by the Grizzlies, but he got traded to Portland, so he'll be over there. So maybe he'll be something. I don't know nothing about him. I seen a whole lot of people being like, we had a day 2 grade on this guy. Everybody was confused, but maybe he'll be good. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, because the Grizzlies didn't make sense because they already got Santi Aldama and Zach Edey. I was like, what you need? What you need this center for, nigga? But at the same time, what the fuck the Portland need for him? You got DeAndre Ayton and Donovan Clingan. Why do you need this nigga?
I think you just answered that question.
You're right.
DeAndre Ayton and Donovan Clingan. Like, what are we doing? You have a shooting guard and Donovan Clingan. You need another big man.
Oh my god! Get him out of here, nigga.
But those are all. And we know this pick, Ben Seraph or whatever. I think they called him a Israeli D'Angelo Russell, which is the funniest comparison I've ever heard in my life. and they say he played for the Brooklyn Netanyahu's, and that's the last thing I'm gonna say about that.
Shit. Did you see the video I sent you on Twitter?
Where you said it? Let me see.
I sent it on Twitter like 20 minutes ago, or whenever, before we started this part. That shit fucked me up.
No, I didn't.
That shit fucked me up.
I was gonna play it, but I'm like, nah, I can't play it. Oh man, but if you know, you know.
Oh my god, bro. We don't deserve the internet. We don't.
But no, that NBA draft, it was interesting to say the least. Still upset that it's 2 days. Very stupid. Just make it one day because nobody for real care about the second day. Neither here nor there. But yeah, I'm not finna watch the second day. I don't care what happens. But yeah, that's our reactions to the NBA draft. But Greg, I think it's about that time.
Oh shit. I'm about to play the cash machine thing by accident. Jax, do you have your hot take of the week?
I, in fact, do have my hot take of the week. And it's about the Oklahoma City Thunder. You hit that hole again?
Oh, my fault.
No, you good. All right, my hot take is very, very simple. Hot take for a reason. Alex Caruso should have been the Finals MVP.
Ooh,
I'm not one to big up a white man for real, especially not on my platform. But Alex Caruso, every single time, his numbers might not indicate it because that's not really what his role is. That's not really what he do. But every time he got in the game during the finals, he made something different. He made a big difference. Even you can take that for literally any series in the playoffs. When he came in against the Nuggets, he was guarding Jokic. He's 6'5" doing that. He came in this series. They just said, "Hey, you get in here, you wreck stuff, you fuck shit up," and that's exactly what he do. Sometimes he might have finished with 2 points, but he had 5 steals. When they needed him to score, he went and got 20 or 18? I can't remember. But when he needed to score, he scored. Like Alex Caruso, I understand why Shea was the Finals MVP. I do not disagree with that statement, but I'm just saying Alex Caruso had more than a case for like really being the MVP. And I'm like, he hooped. Like he was a valuable addition to this team. They would not have been in the finals without him. 100 full stop, 100,000%. They wouldn't have been in the finals without him. They would not have won without him. So Alex Caruso, it's a hot take for a reason, but he should have, you feel me? He should have got some love for Finals MVP.
Now, I'm gonna let this be known right now. A devil don't need an advocate. I'm just gonna ask you, what some people might contest, or reply back to you, or counter, just you know what I'm saying. Don't you feel like, 10 years down the road, they'll call you a D-Wade ass nigga? You know how D-Wade talked about Paul Gasol during Kobe's, finals MVP moment.
I didn't say he was better than Shea. I didn't say he was better than him.
I mean, D-Wade said, Paul was, Paul could have got finals MVP for real. Like he said, Now you're not saying Shea played bad, but you're just saying,
yeah. But Caruso, like, you feel me? He made a difference every single time. Like he should have got a little bit more love. I feel like people. I don't think the stat sheet won't show it because like Game 7, he only had 10 points. He ain't shoot that well for real, but he had 3 steals. He was going crazy. Like he was locking up on defense. He was fouling and getting away with it, which sucks for the other team, but I ain't got a problem with it. So
I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was him or Lou Dort. That nigga was holding that nigga's wrist.
No, that was Casey Wallace. He was holding TJ McConnell's wrist, and they was right in front of the ref, and McConnell was shaking. He was like, "Do you see this?"
TJ was like, "You gonna let this shit happen?"
The ref didn't call it. I was like, "Hey, ain't got to do with me, man."
That's some fucked up shit. But yeah. Now, like I said, Caruso, Hey, if you want to win a championship, you got to have a nigga like Caruso on your roster.
Yeah.
And that nigga is a 2-time champion. That's probably one of the biggest fumbles the Lakers have had thus far. That has probably been that's a top 5 white. That's a top 5 white man.
In the league or like in life? Because I'm okay with either. I'm okay with either.
I'm a strictly basketball ass nigga though. You know, I'm just
For sure.
you know, because you know, I feel like TJ McConnell's a top 5 white. That's a top 5 white man right there too.
Now, when you say top 5 white man, are you talking about like American white or just white in general?
I'm talking about white in general. Don't matter.
Nah, he's not a top 5.
I mean, if we talking American white, he clears. He's top 5 for sure.
Yeah, he's top 5 American white, but not just white in the league though.
You can't name me 5 white niggas better than him, bro.
Than TJ McConnell?
You can't name me 5 white men better than TJ McConnell, bro.
You got Jokic, you got Luka, you got Caruso. These are just the 3 names right there. There's more white people in the NBA. I can't think of them. I'm not gonna hold you.
You having a hard time thinking about it.
Oh, Josh Giddey is better than TJ McConnell. Josh Giddey is better
right there, brother. I'm gonna stop you right there, brother.
I don't know why. Josh Giddey is better than TJ McConnell.
At most, it's debatable. At most, it's debatable.
Nah. No, sir. No, sir.
You put TJ McConnell with the Bulls, my nigga, they're making the playoffs. They're making the playoffs. I don't give a
No,
fuck.
they're not.
TJ McConnell.
No, they're not.
If you put TJ McConnell instead of Josh Giddey with the Bulls, they're making the 8th seed, nigga. It will enter the play-in.
That's not true at all.
No, that is the truth, brother. That is the truth. Get that OKC.
Giddey averaged 15, 8, and 7 on the season, bro.
Who the fuck cares?
That's not TJ McConnell's not doing that.
Okay, that's 4. Who the 5th, nigga?
I'm trying to think of another white, but maybe like Zubac or something.
Man, fuck out of here. I'm not.
Zubac was hooping last season.
I ain't hearing that shit, bro.
Zubac was hooping last season. Stop it. Oh, I'm talking Dante DiVincenzo, Tyler Hero. Like, they're better than TJ McConnell.
You mean the nigga that got ragdolled by Amin Thompson, nigga? I don't give a fuck about him.
Okay.
Weak as hell.
Physically weak, he's still a better basketball player.
That nigga's just TJ McConnell with more opportunity, nigga. That don't move me. That's a top 5. TJ McConnell's a top 5 white man.
See, I get what you're doing, and it's okay. So I'm gonna just move on. Also, where do the half breeds stand in this? What about LaMelo? I'm just saying. But we can continue.
This nigga want to cheat so bad. This nigga want to cheat. This nigga want to thread the needle. Fuck you, nigga. nigga didn't go Blake Griffin. He just went straight to LaMelo Ball.
Blake Griffin retired, nigga.
I guess, nigga, but shit, you can. I get it.
Blake Griffin on TV. Stop it.
I understand. Out. This your moment. Y'all win the championship. I'm gonna let you have it, yo.
Thank you. Give me your hot take. Since you know everything, goddamn it.
I don't. That ain't gonna stop me from talking though. That ain't gonna stop me from yapping. All right, man. My hot take. As I hate to clarify, but I must. I feel like I'm gonna be right. Niggas gonna say I'm wrong. I'm just gonna say I'm early. Raphael Stone, my nigga, bro. When I tell you that nigga right there, as currently constructed, I'm taking Raphael Stone over Daryl Morey any day when it comes to rebuilding a organization. When it comes to rebuilding the organization, putting pieces together and being successful, all the things you want in a GM, give me Raphael Stone 10 times over. Did Daryl Morey have some good shit on him? For sure. Did the nigga, I think all GMs have to get lucky. There's a little luck that plays in everything. So I'm not finna sit here and act like Raphael Stone didn't get lucky. But boy, is a lot of things predicated on Daryl Morey being blessed that OKC just didn't want to pay that nigga James Harden. Boy, they do some heavy lifting when it comes to how this nigga run shit. I'm just saying. That nigga, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. We went from okay, this is Daryl Morey to once that shit happened and he started being successful, niggas started calling this nigga like a GM genius. Meanwhile, Sam Presti right here, like
the real GM genius, like the actual GM genius.
Sam Presti ain't going nowhere, but we calling this nigga Daryl Morey, the same Daryl Morey that was so fixated. He's such a genius. He just fixated on constructing a roster just to beat Golden State and Golden State only. When we already know that trying to build a team to stop just one team is just never going to fucking work.
No.
But, you know, and once he left Houston and said, you know, fuck it. Let's go to the 70s. Let's go to Philly. Hey, man, look. Niggas stop using that genius. Niggas stop throwing around that genius word. Niggas stop throwing around all these little, oh my God, like he's such a mastermind.
They start using the L word. They called him a liar.
No, he's a lying ass nigga.
He said Daryl Morey is a liar, and I'll never play for a team with him.
Horrible people skills. This nigga is just not a good human being. And for Stone to do what he does, I'm not saying he's the perfect GM, but this nigga has a counter for every bad mistake. That nigga know how to fix, because if there's a problem, I drafted Jalen Green, it didn't pan out. I was able to package it and still get Kevin Durant. Still didn't miss in the draft because I still got Single. Steven Silas didn't work. That's so fucking K. We replaced the nigga with Ime Udoka. You know what I mean? Like, it's just we thought young niggas could just go and play, and we had John Wall, but we didn't use him. That's okay. We'll pay that nigga off. Let's go get Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks to, you know, set the tone for what we want to do for the, you know, for the upcoming years. Get Jeff Green, get some real adults in the fucking room. That nigga has one of the best counter punches in the game. That nigga has a counter for anything that goes on. And that nigga's a lawyer, so you're never gonna catch that nigga in a press conference. Just that nigga speak like a politician. He not gonna give up his hand. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, Rafael Stone is a top 3 GM in the game right now, and I think I'm here to say that nigga is better than Daryl Morey. That nigga, and when it's all said and done, that nigga's gonna be more accomplished in Houston than Daryl Morey ever was. That nigga has hard carried that James Harden trade for a lot of his fucking career. Hasn't been able to do shit besides that. He got Chris Paul, but the nigga just be lying. Like, yeah, you got Chris Paul, but yeah, nigga, you're also a liar. And you give niggas mad contracts for no reason. Who told you to get Paul George like that? Who told you to go get that nigga Paul George like that?
You said top 3. I'm thinking I think I could go. I think I could go with that because you got Presti, you got Brad Stevens. Who's another?
Like, if you want to throw Danny Ainge in there, like I can give you Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge,
Johnson. He just be making trades.
Like I can argue. Like my thing is, I'll allow somebody to argue it. I'm gonna still pick Rafael Stone, but I'll allow you to argue it. Outside of that, I'm not arguing with no nigga from Brooklyn. I'm not arguing with no Chicago nigga, no Sacramento nigga. Maybe RC Buford, maybe. You know what I mean?
RC Buford, but low key the Pacers, because they got some good pieces off this proverbial scrap heap. Because ain't none of them was really none of the players that like contributed for real. Like Obi Toppin was a top draft pick, but like he was sort of cast away by the Knicks. So like they got some people who you contributors you wouldn't have expected. So he could. I'm not sure who the Pacers GM is, but they could probably be up there for real.
They can be up there. And I sound haterish when I say what I'm about to say, but at the same time, like, damn, you know, it is the East though. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, but in my mind, if the Rockets was in the East, bro, especially next year, Oh my god, nigga, I'll book a ticket right now to the NBA Finals. That's how confident I'll be, and what the East look like this upcoming year. Like
Yeah,
I just don't see it, but I get it though. I get it. Like I don't want to disrespect other teams, but based off of the moves from like bottom up, like from this has been like this is year 4 of the rebuild, and we looking like some legit contenders. I not there's teams to this day that's been trying to rebuild some shit, and we was in high school, nigga.
Yeah.
Look at Charlotte.
Let's not look at it. Let's turn away from Charlotte. Let's turn the camera away from Charlotte.
But yeah, that's my hot take. I think I'm right, but even if I'm not, I think I'm just early. But that's my hot take for sure. You know, get some Rockets love in there, man. But I think that wraps it up, Jax.
I think it does.
Any last words?
Hey man, you want to change your life? Go trade for Kevin Durant.
Oh God. Oh man. And as far as for me, I heard that nigga Sam Presti say something. I was like, damn, it is kind of tough.
What he say?
He said shortcuts, cut long runs short or some shit like that. I think he said something crazy like that. Basically, like don't if you make shortcuts, it's gonna fuck you up in the long run.
That's
Basically
real.
trying to, we're talking about the dynasty build and not trying to cut corners and all that stuff. So I mean, look, man, whatever you trying to do, whether you trying to lose weight, whether you trying to just be a better nigga, or whatever the case may be, just do it the right way. Don't make no shortcuts, my nigga, because it's either you pay me now, or you pay me later. That's kind of the phrase. Like,
That's real.
we all got that one life. So, with that being said, we will catch y'all niggas next week. Oh yeah, is this a 2-year? This the 2-year right here?
Shoot it!
It's the
It's
2-year.
been,
Hey,
it's been that long a day we forgot.
it's a 2-year. Still haven't missed an episode yet. Still ain't missed a week. We ain't starting today either. So y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe. Y'all donate, links, comment down below. And with that being said, we'll catch y'all niggas. We'll catch y'all niggas next week. I don't know when Jackson's coming back. But we'll figure it out. Y'all won't miss our presence. We gonna drop for sure with that. And go get some bitches. Go touch some grass.